live stream is for entertainment and information purposes only. Do not copy our trades, as we are just trading to have fun. Many of our trades could already be closed before you even see us opening the trade on YouTube due to the delay of the stream, and we trade offline as well, so you do not get to see the complete picture. We make no claims of profitability. We are not licensed professionals, and we are not providing any investment or trading advice. Greater than 90% of all traders lose money, and we are not responsible or liable for any of your trading decisions or losses. Please trade on demo only and consult a licensed professional. Please read and understand CFTC Rule 4.41. Let's get to the charts and trade safe today. Okay, guys, we're going to be backtesting a system that a lot of people are claiming is very profitable in 2025. It's the opening range breakout on the 15-minute chart. A lot of people use an opening range break on 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour. Maybe you hear them call it the initial balance, but there was a guy, Trades by Mike or Mikey Trades or something. He was saying he only had 2 losses in all of 2025 using dynamic money management, which is a fancy word for just adjusting your position size instead of using a static stable number like 10 points take profit, 10 points stop loss. So I'm going to show you guys using NinjaTrader how to use the market replay, how to backtest, something you guys should learn. I backtest. I've been trading for over 30 years and I backtest every weekend. I spend time doing the work. You got to do the work, guys. Trading isn't easy. So let's get right into it. First thing you need to do, which I'm going to show you, is you need to bring in the data. So let me move this onto the chart so that you can see it. And in order to bring in the data on NinjaTrader, you click on Tools, you go to Import. I did most of it, and then you go to Historical Data. This is step number 1. You need the data. You can't backtest if you don't have the data. Move the tools out of the way. When you click on Import Historical Data, you're going to want to come down to, let me resize. Can I resize the screen here? No. Can I resize it from the top? Oh, boy. Okay, I'm going to put it over the white chart, actually. You get to see what I'm going to click. Down over here at the bottom screen, it's called Get Market Replay Data, where my cursor is. So I only need the last week. I've done everything already. So Get Market Replay Data. I'm going to click on the instrument, MNQ06. And then you got to do it 1 day by 1 day. So I need this week's data. That's where I stopped. 12th. Okay, and then there's a download button right there. Downloads. Too bad it doesn't fit on my screen. For whatever reason, they make this box so big. And you got to do day by day. You got to wait for this white line to disappear. It's tedious, and especially tedious when you got to do 3 months, but backtesting is work. 13, I want to show you guys step by step. So to remind you, while we're downloading the data, we clicked on Tools, Import, Historical Data, and we selected our instrument, and we have to do day by day for all the data that we want to backtest on. I did it already. I just need the last week. 15. One more day, the 16th. That was Friday. Shitty trading day, by the way. So we got the data. Close this up. The next thing you got to do, go back here to the connections so that you can see it. Connections, you got to come down and click on the button called Playback. Playback opens up the screen that allows you to run market replays and also to backtest. So I click on Playback. Once again, the big screen. You just click on there it is. You're going to get a big screen. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not really optimized for size. I'll fix it for next time. But when you click Playback, you get this button. Just click Continue. That's all you have to do. And that's going to open up a market replay control panel. It's very small, the market replay control panel. Let me put it up on the screen. There it is. That's as big as it is. Okay. But for now, we don't need it. So I'm going to move it out of the way because for now we need to set up our charts. We're doing a 15-minute opening range breakout strategy. Well, I don't want to say the author or the person that exposed me to it. I don't want to say these are his rules because it seemed like some rules were left out. They did claim that everything was described, or you can get all the details of the strategy from a link in the description. I clicked on it. All it really tried to do was get me to sign up to a website. I figured I would and get it in there. I couldn't find all the rules. Doesn't mean it's not there. It just means I couldn't find it. The rules that he left out were on the exit strategy of the system. It was kind of unclear to me. I'm going to watch more of his videos, but it's okay. I have enough experience to kind of understand what he was looking at and to make my own modification, which I think is more valuable. And we'll see how it goes because he is stopping out when we get onto the other side of the opening range. And I think that's a very large stop. I think that's why also he's being able to claim a very high win rate. But the thing is, you're getting slaughtered when you lose. And God forbid you actually lose twice in a row. So let's set up our charts for that. First one over here, we're going to need the opening range. We need to identify the opening range for the first 15 minutes. So we're going to do that in NinjaTrader. I have an indicator called opening range, open range. You can find that on the internet. Maybe I'll link to that in the description. I didn't think of it at the time. 9:31, that's Ninja has weird timing. They're always 1 minute ahead. It's because they base their candles on close time, not on opening time. If they base it on opening time, I would say the 9:30 candle, but 9:31 to 09:45 because I don't want it going past 45. And corn silk is good, and we want to extend the line at least until 11:59. I think if we haven't broken the 15-minute range by 12 o'clock, I'm pretty done for that. So apply. Okay, let's go take a look. This is the 1 minute chart, but he's trading off the 5-minute chart. No, this is not the range. This is a box that I had on there. Just delete it. Sorry. 9 to 9:15. What am I looking at? Why is the data not showing up good? You know what? Let me May 16, May 9. Let me make this May 16 and let me make this May 15 just to get it started. Oh, it's true. What I'm doing is I'm just loading data into the system. So for now, just for the setup, I'm loading on market replay from the 15th to the 16th. I click play. There we go. I'll click play again. There you see that it's ticking by. So this is starting at May 15th. I just want to get in my my box that I had drawn in just to make sure that it's looking good. So there we have the opening range on the 1 minute chart. I got to put it on the 5-minute chart, which is the white one also. The white one is, I don't need it as big because that's not really where I'm going to be doing my back testing. But I still want to see it because they're basing their entry on the 5-minute chart, meaning that once they see the opening range, they need a 5-minute candle to close outside that 5-minute opening range. So I need to check that on the 5-minute chart, and then I'm going to have to do the take profit and the stop loss calculations on the 1 minute chart because they're basing it on the average true range. 9:45. So just to see, I'm putting the same indicator on the 5-minute chart. 09:45. Everything looks good. I need to make it darker because it's on a white chart. Doesn't really matter. Medium slate blue. We don't need to. Yeah, we'll extend the line. It'll be quicker for analyzing when we crossed. So now we go back over here. We check the first one. There it is. I have to make sure on Ninja. You got to remember on Ninja Trader, they're very funny with their time. Okay, this chart here shows it's the 9:30 candle. You would figure that means it starts at 9:30 and goes to 9:35. That's not correct. That's the 9:25 to 9:30 candle. The time that they show on the bottom of the chart is the time the candle ends. That means that's 9:25 to 9:30. I don't want that touching and adjusting the opening range, so I have to make an adjustment. And yeah, you guys, this is work. It's you got to know how your indicators work. So there we can see. Let me change my cursor so it's easier for you to see. This one over here. Let me open up the chart. So you can see this candle here, which is the 9:30 candle listing on Ninja Trader. It pokes below the opening range, which is the blue box, the indicator that I put on. But this 9:30 candle that's listed as 9:30 is 9:25 to 9:30. We don't want that. We want the 9:35 candle, because the 9:35 candle is 9:30 to 9:35. Again, to say it one more time so you're not confused. Ninja Trader posts the time of the end time of the candle. So if this is a 5-minute chart and Ninja Trader is indicating this is 9:35, that's the end time. So it's 9:30 to 9:35. So we have our box. We can see our box is being displayed correctly. It's catching the low and it's not catching this low. So the final rule of the system that I understand is they were using an 86 period average true range to determine their take profit and stops. No, to determine their take profit, not their stops. Their stops, I couldn't really, from the 3 videos I watched, I couldn't get a grasp of it. Their stop was a close. So in this case here, you see how the candle on the 5-minute chart, how the candle closes below the, you know what, this is in the way. There we go. The blue box is the 15-minute opening range. The entry requirement is a candle close outside the range. So we would go short over here. That's part of the system. Their stop is a close on the outside. Now let's see how many points that is. That's 21,313. I'll open up the data box later to 403. That's 90 points. As far as I understand, their take profit is the ORB, an 86 period ORB. ATR. Here's my ATR. Let me put it up, average true range. Okay, I have it set right now by default to 6. Let's make it 86 periods. Click OK. There we go. So when this candle closes, they're going short. Their take profit is 16 points. Their stop loss is 90 points. That's when they're going to get out. Oh, and they're going to reverse their position. Seriously? If you get another reversal, you're going to lose another 90 points. That's 180 points. If you're averaging 16-point winners, you need your next 12 trades just to break even. For me, that's ridiculous. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen more often than you think, that you're going to get, you know what, there's seek and destroy days, especially on NQ. They're going to take out the low of the 15-minute range, get you in. They're going to flip and rotate higher, close above the range, get you in, have you stop out, and the market will go back down again. How many times are you going to do that for 90 some odd points when your target is only 16 points? Or later in the day when the volatility dies, your target is even smaller. So that's why we're making those adjustments. So our adjustments, we're going to enter when we get a close on the 5-minute candle. When the 5-minute candle closes outside the 15-minute opening range break. But our profit target, it's going to be 1-to-1. Profit target is going to be the 86 period ATR, and our stop loss is going to be the 86 ATR, that amount. Doesn't have to be, there's no holy grail, doesn't have to be exact. I'm looking over here, I put my cursor, I see 17 points, that's good enough, I know it's 17 points. Now the only thing is, I can't tell what happens Okay, on the 5-minute chart. Let me show you my cursor. If I only had the 5-minute chart up, widen it up over here, you can see. You enter short over here. If I show you, can you tell me if we went up first, since we went short here and we got stopped out, or did it go down and we hit our take profit? So that's why we need to look at the 1-minute chart and see what happened. Now, on the 1-minute chart, you got to follow closely because remember, the entry is taking place when a 5-minute candle closes outside the range. The 5-minute candle closes on 5-minute periods. So you would need to be looking at the 950 candle only. Here you can't say, oh, we closed outside the range. No, the 5-minute candle is not closed yet. You need to be looking at the 950 candle. And if the 950 candle doesn't close outside the opening range break, you're going to need to be looking at the 955 candle, then the 10 o'clock and the 10:05. And it's easy to track with NinjaTrader because, again, remember, say it with me, NinjaTrader marks off the candles on the end time. So if this one says 950, that candle's not starting at 950, it's ending at 950. So I know we closed below. So let's start keeping track. Let's start seeing how the system did. Open up the data box. We're going to start tracking the results. As I said, this is work that nobody likes to be doing. Nobody likes to do market replay. Nobody likes to watch game film and review their trades. Not a lot of people do it. Not a lot of people keep a journal, and not a lot of people succeed because they're not willing to put in the work. They think it's just opening up their platform and trading when the markets are open. You really think you're going to become a professional hockey player just by jumping on the ice every time the arena is open and playing a pickup game with somebody? Yeah? Think you're going to become a pro player that way? Let's start keeping track. I got my spreadsheet open. What am I going to do? We're going to go back to as far as I can. We're going to do week by week. So I loaded the data from March 7th. Okay, so we're going to make March 7th over here. This is how I'm going to go week by week. I'm starting at March 7th. That's a Friday. I'm going to start tracking data from the 10th. So I wanted to load... actually, I'm making a mistake. I want it to load from, if I want to do this week here, right? I want it to start loading from the 15th, from March 15th. I don't want it to load that much data. It's just going to slow it down. So from the 15th to the 22nd, you'll understand in a minute. I click play. I click play again to see that it's working. It's working. Now, if you look at my data box, it's showing me the data of the 14th. So that's how I can backtest. Now I can go back 7 days. And if you look at, let me move this out of the way. If you look at my data box, bring it on screen over here. If you look at my data box, you can see that the date is the 14th. And if I scroll back, the date's going to change. The 13th, the 12th, the 11th, and I'm not loading enough data. So I go to data series, days to load, make it 6. That's how much data is loaded. So since I'm starting on the 15th, I know that my chart loads data for 6 days now. That was the days to load. I go back there, and there we go. There's the 9th, which is Sunday night. So we're going to start on the 10th. Let's go look for the 10th. Move this out of the way. We're not doing market replay. We're not practicing trading. We're backtesting. There's a big difference. So there's the 10th, and we can see that we broke. Not only did we break the opening range breakout, the opening range for the first 15 minutes, sorry. I can also see that we closed on the 1 minute below the range. This is where we would enter, and I can see that it went against us right away. So what we need to know is what was our stop. And our stop is based on the 86 period ATR at the time. First trade, already a loser. Let me find the box here. So on the 15-minute, that's your entry. I come down. Let me open up my cursor there. Let me see what the ATR was. Oh, maybe it didn't stop us out. It's good enough. 28 points. Doesn't have to be exact, really. 28 points. So we enter on the open. 20,098.75. We're short. Let's make it 20,099, and we have 28 points. Does this go up to 27? I think it takes us out. The high is 31, so it went at 31.75. So it went 32.75 points against. That's a definite stop out. So let's update our spreadsheet. The first day, we're going to type in, it is March 10th. $20.25. The entry is at on the open over here. Oh my God, my God, my God. I looked at the close. You see? It's too bad you guys can't talk. You can say, Mike, you're making a mistake. On the 1 minute, once we got the close on a 5-minute candle outside the range, which is right here at 9:55, sorry. Once we get the close, we got to get in at the open, which is 19,969.75. We're shorting at 19,969.75, and our stop was 28 points. 28 points, which means we are exiting at plus 28. On the stop and on the profit target. So our profit target was 941, which did get hit. But our stop was 19,997, which also got hit. So my version of this system, which is using the ATR that they're using for take profit, took a stop loss. Their version won, took a full 1-to-1, went full take profit. Problem is, as I said, their stop loss would have been a close outside the upper range. And let's just see how far that is. And it's going to come into play. Trust me. So they go short at 19,969. Let's make it simple, 19,970. Their stop loss would have been a close above 20,106. That is 135 points. But I'm going to track them both. So we're going to look at everything. Maybe their system is better than my way that's more conservative. I don't know. I don't have a holy grail. Cut, paste. I'm updating my, my spreadsheet. And as I said many times, yes, backtesting is boring and it's work. It's not high gloss and high glamour. So I need a column for shorts. I need a column for longs. You know what? I'll put my spreadsheet up. I'll show you how I'm doing it. Let's get the spreadsheet out. Okay. So we got the date. Starting from scratch. This is everything you need to do. Let's open up these columns a little bit. Let's get them up to about a size of, I don't know, 9. Good enough. I'm doing this in Excel. Bold. Okay. Keep a little distance here. These are going to be the shorts. And these are going to be the longs. This is going to be the take profit level. And this is going to be the stop loss level. Bold, center. Okay. This one got stopped out. Oh, it's true. I got to put in the amount of points. Okay, this is the ATR. Got to mark that off. We got to know that's the ATR. It's 28 points. What else? We need to know if they won or they lost. Win. Oops. Let's put lose on the left side. Lose. Win. And in this case, this one lost. So first loser, bold, center. Let's copy the format the whole way down. So this is the column we're interested, winners or losers, but there's also something else we're interested in. I want to know, actually we're going to make this minus 28. So it's minus the ATR. There we go. Because we saw the 1 minute chart, we saw that it lost. So what I want to know is also, I want to track if I'm using the ATR for the stop loss, unlike they're using the opposite side. I want to know if they actually won on that trade. So I'm going to make this yellow. I'm going to change the color of it, or let's say light blue. And now I know that I lost, my way lost 28 points in NASDAQ, but they had a winner. And I know their winner, the winner's ATR, 28 points. So they did better on that one. So that's my spreadsheet. I'm going to be updating it on the side over there. Let's move forward to the next day. Let me just move my box over here so I can track. Okay, so you guys see the data box. Grab the slider over. The next day is the 11th. There's the 11th. There's the opening range. And we need to track 950. Did we close above the opening range? On the 5-minute candle, we did. This is the 950 close. That's the 5-minute candle close. Next thing we need is the ATR. The ATR on the 5-minute chart, and already I think we have our first massive loss their way, because this one here did not go to take profit, and it went and closed under. So we're going to see how many points their system lost as opposed to my system. Hey, Kevin. Sorry, didn't see your chat. I wasn't really paying attention. Let me open up a doc for the chats. Sorry if I was ignoring you. Let's get it up. 11:45. Oh my God, that was 15 minutes ago. And you still stuck around? The fucking guy didn't answer me for 15 minutes. Yeah, just doing some work here. Okay, so as I said, their system, or that Mike guy, whatever he is, which waits for a close on the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart, right over here, we close above the 15-minute opening range at 950. Our entry, let me open up my spreadsheet. Where did it go? I don't need to put it up now every time you understand what I'm doing. We're going long at the open of this candle. The open is 19,791.75. So we're going long at 19,791.75. Now I got to look at the 86 period ATR for the take profit level. Come all the way down here, approximately. It's good enough. This is 30, let's go with 33 points. So I'm going to put in my ATR box. 33. This is a long. Oops. 33. This is a long. So my take profit is the entry plus the ATR. My stop is the entry minus the ATR. So the take profit is 19,824. The way I'm doing it, using the ATR for both take profit and stop loss. They're using the ATR only for the take profit. Did we hit take profit 19,824? Well, we entered over here, 824. Didn't even go close. If we look at the 1 minute chart, the highest we went was 19,803. And the stop loss is 19,758 using the ATR my system. 19,758. Boom, there you go. Stopped out. So this is another loser. So it's minus the ATR. But let's go forward here and see how they did. Because they require a close outside the other side of the range. $19,824 was take profit. Oh, they got so close. $19,817 didn't go high enough. Remember, it's 33 points, the ATR, and the entry was at 791. So that brings it to 791 plus 33 is 824. We got to 817 over here. They were 7 points away. They didn't take profit. They're waiting for a close outside on the 5 minute. And right here at 10:05, when the 10:05 candle closes, because Ninja shows the closing times, it did close below the range. So they stopped out at 19,588. Woo! Let's check that one out. Well, we gotta put that. I gotta put in what they stopped out at. 19,588. I'm gonna get rid of the pennies. 19,588 is their stop. How much did they lose? Plus, minus, plus the exit minus the entry. They lost 203 points. We lost 33 points doing it a more conservative way. However, they re-enter. And that's why I'm saying the disaster can be horrific. They re-enter. What if this rotates higher again? I don't even know. Well, we can sort of see, but we see they're going to take profit. They're going to get their 33 points on the rotation. Oh no, they are not. It's true. It's true. I was going to say they get stopped out by the ATR, but they don't. I would have gotten stopped out by the ATR. Their stop is the other side. So they're still short. So they lost 203 points, and now they are 586. They're losing another 100 points at this point, open. But that's 300 points in the red. Oh my God, that's 400 points in the red. All that, and then it comes back down. They're suffering and crying and complaining. They want their money back for the system, and then it breaks down. They didn't get stopped out because it didn't close on the opposite side of the price channel, and they got their 33 points. So minus 203, let's be fair, but plus 33. So they lost 170 today. Very good. Let's go on to the next day. Grab the cursor. We are looking for there we go. Opening range. We can see their way made money. Let's just make sure this is the 10th, 11th. This is the 12th. So far, my way's not making money. That's funny because I was just watching it this month and all it was doing was making money. That's why I'm testing it. Every day was a winner. Every day was hitting ATR. But let's track. My way, your way. That's how we get statistics. And once we have the statistics, that's how we know whether or not we should trade it. By the way, my algo is getting killed. I don't know. Fuck, it was doing so damn well. I don't know if you were watching, Kevin, but we were killing it every day with the algo on demo. And I put it onto my account, and I think it got, I don't know, 2 winners out of 17 trades. But that's with the volatility dying up. So, okay, easy to track for this day. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I think, oh shit. Oh, wow, as if it won 15 out of 17. Let us take a look. It really looks like what candle is this? Let me move this over. This is the 931 candle. The low is 875.25. This low is 872.25. So we know the low is 872.25 for the range. The 950 candle, does it close under 872.25? It does. It closes at 872. So we're going short at 19,872. When this candle closes at 945, what's the ATR? 86 period ATR. It is, we're going to put it at, move over a bit. It's going up. We'll put it at 28 points. Why am I going to put it at 28 points? Because that's going to give me a loss, which is larger. That's being more cautious, more pessimistic. And it's going to give them a win, which I'm checking against them. I'm tracking against them. And it's going to give them a bigger win. So I can easily see from 73, this is 27, this is 28 points. I can easily see I got stopped out. They don't, because they stay in till the other side. And they got there, they entered here, 72, 40, that's 32 points. They got it. So let's give them their 28 points. Let's make the ATR, another ATR is 28. Copy, this one's an easy one. Paste, copy, and paste. So their take shorts, 19,872. Yep, 19,872, just to confirm. Their take profit, 19,844, which got hit. Stop loss, 19,900. That's for me, not for them. And we got stopped out. Okay, perfect. That day's done. So far, I have no winner. And here's the interesting thing. Actually, I want to point out to you guys. Right over here. The day's in blue. That's a 28-point loss my way, but they have a 28-point gain. So they're 56 points better than what I did. They're 56 points better than what I did on this day. I mean, let's be fair, right? Let's not just point out the flaws. Let's point out the benefits also. So they're 56 points better on this and on this day because I lost 28. They make 28. But on this day over here, they lost 203 points and they made 30 points. So they're down 170 and I lost 30. So that is, they're 140 points worse. Actually, I'm going to track that on every trade. So plus what I did. How would this be? How would we do it? How would we do it? How would we do it? The winners and the losers are going to be different. What did they do? So these are days when they get killed. So I want to know what their loss is. I want to know how much worse they did. So it's plus this. And it's plus their second trade. I'm not going to do 3 trades. Plus their second trade. Minus what I did. So does that make sense? I lost 30. They lost 170. So they're 137 worse. So this is comparing. This column is simply a comparison between their way and my way. As far as I understand it. Bold. But I find it strange that they say that there was only 2 losing days in the year. And I started on March 10th. and it's the 12th. I've done 3 days, and I already have a losing day. Yeah, 2 losing days in it. 2 losing days in the year. My ass. March 13th. Now we're going to start to go faster. That was the setup and the explanation. Now we move faster. March 13th. Paste. March 14th. Let's move the 5-minute chart over to March 13th. Look for our box. There's our box. We can see that easily it's a winner for both of us. But let's get it over to the 1-minute chart. There we go. So the 9:50 candle, does it close outside the range? No. The 10 o'clock candle, the 9:55 candle, does it close outside the range? Yes, it does. There's the 9:55 candle. It does. So we are getting in on the open of the next candle because we've got to wait for it to close. I mean, obviously, you know it's going to close, but that's the system. We're getting in on the close or the open, which is pretty much the same price. Open, 19,608.75. Long, no, short. 19,608.75. On that candle, the ATR is, let's make it 30 points. Our stop is 19,578. Did we hit 19,578 on the next candle? What? No, sorry, that was our take profit. You know what? I'm going to get confused with that. I always put take profit numbers on the right side. So we're going to cut and paste. That's why it confused me. Cut and paste. I got to switch sides. Paste. That's how I've always been working. There we go. Easy breezy. 19,638. So we closed over here at 9:55. Did we go up to 19,638? No, we went up to 621. Take profit is 578. We can see easily we went down to 578. That is a 30-point winner for the two of us. And there is no difference on this day. 0. I promised we would go faster, but we ran into a hiccup. Next day. But that hiccup is gone. It's been corrected. I had my stop loss on the wrong side. I'm looking for, there we go. And next day, we move over here so we can grab the ATR and see. And I can easily see the 9:55 candle on the 5-minute chart. I can see closed above 9:55. Where is it? So we're getting in on the open and we're going long. The open of the long is 19,812. 19,812. Let's see. I missed the part where you said who they is. Oh, I don't remember his name exactly. You want me to find it for you? It won't take me too long. Just got to open up YouTube and type in ORB, and he comes up in my feed because I subscribed. And I don't subscribe to a lot of people, so it's pretty easy. Give me a second here. I'll do it for you. Just go onto my channel, Futures Floor. And do a search for ORB. And see if he comes up right away. Actually, you know what? He comes up on my cell phone a lot more than on the desktop computer. ORB search. Nope, that's not him. That's not him. That's not him. Found him! Found him! It is.
2 red days, the entire year trading this particular strategy called the ORB Crazy Horse. All this is the opening range breakout.
I'm going to get a copyright strike.
The entire
Hold on, hold on. Let me get it out of speaker. But that's the one, as you heard.
Is the opening range breakout
His name
with,
is
and this is the key,
Mike.
dynamic money management. And most people have no idea.
Let me click on the channel here. Well, I'll write them both. My channel name is Futures Floor TV, but my YouTube address is something else. So, oh, you know what? I'm being an idiot. Let me just copy you the link. I don't mind. There we go. Thank you for your patience. There's the link to your to his channel. So if you see anything, any discrepancy in how he trades and how I trade, let me know. Let me know. There is one thing that's different. I see that's the thing. He's also talking in his videos about using the step method for a um, trailing take profit. But you know what? When you come up with so many methods and then, you look at the chart and you say, oh, look how good the trailing take profit worked. And then the days when trailing take profit worked like crap, but the fixed target worked. Hey, look, the fixed target worked. You're setting yourself up for, or you're setting it up for manipulation of the numbers. Pick your poison. Which one are you using so you can say, you can make a claim about its performance. You can't say, oh, but we're doing this and we're doing this and we have this stop loss and that and that, and then on one day say, hey, Georgie in my group caught the trailing, and then the next day, hey, Steven really nailed it by taking profits using the ATR. Of course, Georgie got killed because he didn't take the ATR. He was using the trailing, and it reversed on him, and I don't know how big their trailing is, but so that's why I'm calling it my variation of the system. We're looking at both. I'm not putting a trailing. We're using the ATR as take profit. I'm using the ATR as a stop loss. Maybe you can make it two ATRs, widen it a little bit. Maybe if I would have done that, I could have caught those two profits. I should look at that. But right now we're looking at one. So let's get on to the 14th and see what happens. 950, which is the candle that closes outside. It's the 955 candle. Let's find the 955 candle, find the open. We are going long at 19812. We wrote that in. Now we need the ATR on that candle when it closes. 955 it closes. The ATR is, let's go for 22 points. 22 points. Okay, so let me type in the stop loss and the take profit. Stop loss is 19,790. The take profit is 19,834. We're going long immediately. Did it go up to 19,834? Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute again. 950. What? Oh, it's 955. Yes. That was on the wrong candles. 955. Oh, we just get stopped out immediately. It doesn't go in our favor at all. Neither did the other candle that closed outside. So I know we are stopped out for minus 22. We don't have a winner this week at all. Ooh, maybe we found a system. Maybe we just need to fade this. You know what? That's another thing that happens when you test these systems. If I find out that this thing is like a 95% loser using the ATR over time, well, I just fade it. Still have a system. How did they do? Because they're stopping out all the way down at 19,650. Or they're looking for a take profit of 19,834. Oh boy. Just think how you felt at that moment at 10 o'clock when the news came out. You're still holding long. 19,812 and the market is at 19,640. Almost 200 points. Oh, you're doing a lot of praying. I can promise you that. They're very religious in that group. all the way up. Come, please, come back, come back. It's 10:30. You're still nursing a trade. You're down 22 points. You're sick in the stomach, and you're praying. You've never prayed so hard. You don't want it to. Oh, you have hope. You have hope. It's looking good. You're high-fiving your brothers. Remember, it's got to be no, it doesn't have to be a close. It just has to hit 19,834. And it does. High fives to the group. You were down 200 points, but you made 22. So I got to mark it in blue. You know what else? I think you have to automate this system because the heart attack that you're going to be having while you're trading this, the palpitations and the stress. He does say, in all fairness, he does say you really have to limit your size. There is no over leveraging with this. Let me save the file, save this. So we'll be fair. He doesn't, he's very clear. Trade very small. Know what you're willing to risk. And with experience, obviously you'll also know average loser is going to be about 200 points. So I'm probably not going to do more than one micro on a 50K account. Let's go into my trading folder. I want to save it. We're going to call it the ORB revised. Should have called it ORB. Okay, let's get the next week going. You know what? I don't need all this. Editing my spreadsheet a little bit. Week 1 in the books. I promise it will go faster. Now we need March 17th to the 21st. You know what I'm doing? I'm tracking the comparison, but I'm not tracking their results. I got to track their results. So lose, win. I want to know how they're doing. I can tell you how we're doing. We're doing crap. See, as we get more sophisticated and see what's happening, we can make decisions as to what we want to be tracking. Okay, so they won an ATR on the first trade. On the second, they had a huge loser and a winner for minus 170. And then they just had winners. They won the ATR. We didn't. We both won an ATR. And then they again won an ATR. And we didn't. So they have so far 28. These are points. Minus 170, 28, 30, and 22. So 80% accurate. But if I run a trailing total, they're down 62 for the week at 80% accurate with lots of heart attacks, and you're down 62 for the week. We're down much worse. We're down 20, 50, 70, 100, 70, 40. No, we're doing better. We're doing better. And we don't have heart attacks. We can sleep. We don't have to scream at our children. Plus, let's see what we're doing. Even though we only had one winner, which is in the wrong column. Oh, no, we're not doing better. I thought we were doing better. I was excited. We're down 81 points. They're down 62 points. Week 1 in the books. But they were down 142 points at the worst case scenario. And then, I don't even know. I don't know what to say. I don't know if you guys like that kind of a system. But we're going to keep tracking. Okay, so we got to move a week forward. We want to start tracking from the 17th to the 20, well, was it 17, 18, 19, 20, 21? Yep, 5 days, 17 to 21. So in order to do that, to get those days loaded on the chart, the end is 29 and the start is 22. So your start date is really your end date. I don't know if you know what I mean. I'm tracking from the 17th to the 21st. So if I want the data from the 21st going backwards, I need that to start here because the date loads historical data, not future data. When you play with market replay, you'll figure it out, but it's very easy. Just go one day after the period you're looking at. So if you want to look at the 15th to the 20th, make your start day the 21st. If you want to look at the 1st to the 9th, make your start day the 10th. And then because your start day is the 10th, when you're back testing, your back data gets loaded automatically. You don't have to click play, market replay, and let the chart play out. It's already there. I think that's a good explanation for those people lucky enough to be watching at this exact moment. We are going to the 17th. There we go. There's the 17th. There's the ATR, the opening range. And let's go to the 17th on the 5-minute chart to identify when's the break. Or when's the close. Okay, so it's either at 11 or 11:05. Can we see it more clear on the 1-minute chart? Let's open up the 1-minute chart. The 1-minute chart, the 11 candle looks like it's higher. It does close inside, so then it's the 11:05 candle. There we go. That's the close. We're getting in on the open on the next candle. We are going short at the open 19,873. 0.25. I can shrink the 1-minute chart. Now we need the ATR at 11:05. Anyways, I think I'm working too hard here. 25. 25. Let me get my stop loss and my take profit. Stop loss 19,898. Let's look at 11:05 when we get in. Right there, we're going short at 73. And actually, before we get stopped out, did we hit take profit? 19,848. Did we come down to 19,848? Obviously, we didn't because 19,848 would be down here. We never did. That means at this moment, they never did. The stop is 898. Dun, 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 898. That's a stop out. Another loser, at least for us for now. How did they do? They're looking for 848. Let's just go fast. And 848. They took profit. So I mark it in blue. I see the messages right there. I'm afraid that someone's telling me I'm doing it wrong. I'm not starting over because this is the way I would trade. Hey, AM EST, We need an automated ORB strategy. Wood chip. Oh boy, look at everybody's in the room. What are you guys doing on a Saturday online? Serious? Come on, guys. Yeah, no, I'll automate it. And right now, so far my way, we have 5 losers, 1 winner. And I can automate this part here. The first trade I can automate. I can't automate taking the second trade. That's going to be beyond my abilities. But if it loses consistently, I just invert the logic. So that's what I was saying at the beginning of my stream here. It doesn't even matter if I find the shitty system. I'll just automate it in reverse. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so that's a loser, and they take a winning trade. Move on to the next one. Why did they take a winning trade? In case you guys weren't here for the beginning, they stop out on the other side of the ORB, which I think is insane. They had one stop out. It was 200 points. That's too much. Not when your targets are 28, 30, 22, 25, 10 to 1, really? 90% accurate? Ouch, is all I can say. Anyways, I'm not even claiming that's how the Trader Mike or whatever he says it. That's how I understood it. That's my claim. That's how I understood it. If you guys see it differently. But they stop out and reverse when it goes on the other side, when it closes on the other side. So we need the 18th. That's very expensive. There's the 18th. Let's bring the 18th on the 5-minute chart. There we go. On the 5-minute chart, I can clearly see this candle did not close outside the range, and this candle did. So it's the 955 candle we need. Go now to the 1-minute chart because we got to track to see if we were able to take profit. 955 closed at, well, we need the open of the next one. We are going short at, on the open of the next candle, that's 19703. And we're going short again, 19703. The ATR on that candle is, that's an 86 period ATR. It's 20 points. Pretty sure we all took profit on this one. Take profit is 19,683. So what did I say? 19,683. Really? Is that possible? What was that? 702, right? Yeah, 703. And it's 20 points. 703, 93, 83. We go right down. Let's just make him, don't want to make any mistakes. We go right down. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we all got our 20 points. Very good. Next day. The 19th. There it was. Let's go down over here for the 19th, and let's just scan quickly and see when we broke. We broke higher at 955. Wow, 955 seems to be a very popular time. See, that's another thing we're learning from this. We're learning that 955 seems to be the time that the 15-minute ORB is being taken out. That's kind of interesting. You can kind of try and set up a retrace and continuation trade targeting one side or the other if you have a bias. Anyways, 955. We're going to find the 955 candle. It is where we get in on the open of the next candle. That's 19,833.25. It's long. 19,833.25. We're long. Next, we go down and look at the ATR on this candle, 86 period ATR on the 5-minute chart. It is 19 points, but we'll be generous. We'll give it 20 points. No, we see this one's going to win. I want to be pessimistic. I'm giving it 19 points. 33, 18, that's 15, 16 points, so we definitely don't get stopped out because it has to go down to, I didn't plug it in. Copy, paste. The stop loss is 19,814. and we went down as far as 19,818. So we didn't go down to 814. Did we go up to 852? Well, boom, yes, we did. So we both have a 19-point profit on that one. Trade is over. Next day. We're looking for the 20th. There it was. It flew by. Trader glasses. That's a gamer glasses. Antonio also. Wow, everyone's in the house today. Cool, man. There we go. Looks like 950 was the break of the 15-minute range. And if we look on the 1-minute candle, 1-minute chart, we can confirm that it closes above. You know what? They were very expensive glasses because they're for everything. They're for shooting. They're for trading. They're for gaming. No, I've never used Quantower. Can Quantower automate what I'm doing with the backtesting with a little bit of programming? That would be cool. If that's a possibility. I can probably do it with Python. You know what? If it looks promising for a month, I'll backtest it for all of 2024. I'll code it in Python and I'll do a full backtest. I'll let you guys know what the results are. Problem is with Python, it doesn't pull in the data from Ninja. It's going to pull in the data from TradingView, and it's not the exact same data. Anyways, if you come up, what I'll do is I'll have to do a test with the data that I have. So if I'll do a manual test with NinjaTrader, let's say for March, April, and May, I'll put that exact same period into Python and see how different the results are. If the variance is too great, we got a problem. If it's tight and close enough, then we can do the year with Python. What day am I doing? I'm doing the 20th, right? I'm doing the 20th. The 20th looks like it closes on the 950 candle. That's the 950 candle over there. We are going long at the open of the next candle. That's 19,909. 19,909. We got to go down and check what the ATR is. They're using the 86. See, that's the problem also. They're referring to two charts, the 1 minute and the 5 minute. They're getting the stop loss or the take profit, not the stop loss. Use VS code. I don't know what VS code is. Maybe ChatGPT can help me with that. But again, it's referring to two different charts. I need the ATR of the 5 minute chart, but I need to track which one was hit first, the stop loss or the take profit. And you can only do that with the 1 minute chart. Even the 1 minute chart sometimes will throw you off, but you can't. If both were hit on the next bar on the 5 minute chart, you can't tell which one is hit first. So you need to refer to, let's make this 22 points. That's why I'm using both the 5 minute and the 1 minute chart on this back test. Visual Studio Code. Okay, I've never worked with it. But maybe again, like I said, ChatGPT can maybe help me with that. Copy. Paste. Always got to check the stop loss first. 19,887. We open over there. Did we go down to 19,887? Nope. Did we get up to 19,931? Oh, so close, maybe. 19,933. Take profit, take profit. We have a winner. Next day. That's it. I'm a winner, they're a winner. The only time there's a difference. Okay. Right now, Kevin is saying, wait a minute, you should know this. I am a learn by myself Python guy. I would say if the book of learning Python is 30 chapters long, I probably got up to chapter 7 or 8. So I know the basics. and then I have ChatGPT help me out. So in case you're wondering why, hey, you should know these things, there you got a background of, like, I'm able to get things done in Python, but I'm certainly not a Python programmer. You're not hiring me for your company. Okay, we're moving on to the 21st. And if you are, I'm hiding under the desk like George Costanza did. And people are going to be running around saying, where's Mike? He's not getting any of his Python work done. I was working with ChatGPT to create an ORB strategy for TradingView. Couldn't get it to work. I'll have to work more on it. That's with PineScript. What are your rules, anyways? Just curious, Omnius, um, on your um, on your ORB. So, to be specific, what time frame are you looking at? 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30, an hour? A lot of people like the 30 minute also, the 9:30 to 10. So we'll start with that. I'll ask you that question. Okay. Well, I was working, Kevin. I was working with ChatGPT on API calls. I was accessing data from Alpaca and from Yahoo, and we were creating a. Actually, I think we were creating an ORB. I started creating an ORB. 15 minute. Okay. Take profit, stop loss. Is it static? Is it always 10 points? Is it, are you basing it on the, and with that question, are you basing it on the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute chart? And do you need a close or just a wick? Like, you need to just tick outside by one tick and you're entered, or you need the candle to close? Those are the next couple of rules that I'm curious about. I mean, if you don't mind sharing, if you don't want to share, that's not a problem also. That's not a biggie. Let me open up something. What am I doing? I'm doing the 21st. So this is the 21st. No, that's still the 20th on the 5 minute. That's the 21st. We do not close outside on the 5 minute chart. We close outside on the 5 minute chart. Just checking something. That's why I'm a little distracted. We close outside on the 5 minute chart at 9:55. Okay. 9:55. Let's go to 9:55 over here. Move this aside a little bit, the data box. You can see 9:55. That's the close outside. So it's the open, the entry. It's a long at the open, 19,719. Hey, three longs in a row, 19,719. Now we need the ATR. 23 points off the 5 minute. 23 points. Now we need the stop loss and the take profit. Copy. Paste. Stop loss. 19,696. Well, we can easily see from the entry. Oh, we're getting in at 719 and it's 696. 696. We did not get that low on these couple of candles right here where my cursor is, where the plus sign is. Did we get up to 19,742? We did. It is a day of take profit. Okay, that's it. Move forward. Let me see how we're doing. Paste. Oh, sorry, plus. Okay, using the ATR as a take profit to stop loss, 2 weeks, we're down 22 points. Now, how did they do? Oh, they're doing good. They're out there outstripping me. Two, three, four, paste, copy, paste. So we're down 22. They're up 46 points. We're down 22 points. But that can easily disappear. For now, all I do is scalp the retest. Ah, yeah, I love the retest trade. Yeah, definitely. That's and you do it on the 15-minute. Trades by Matt uses the IB, the 1 hour, and I like that trade. I like that trade a lot. Okay, the next week we want to test is the 24th to the 28th. And if you remember, if the end date is the 28th, we have to change our data loading on the playback bar to the 29th. And we can't have the end date also be the 29th. So we go a week ahead and we go to the 29th and we hit play to make sure it loads. There we go. The data is loaded. Move it out. And now we are looking for the 24th. Grab the slider, go to the beginning. There's the 24th. And there is the box. Go to the 5-minute chart. There's the slider. And is that the 24th? That's the 24th. We can clearly see the 950 candle is the one that closes outside. 950 candle closes outside, so we're getting in immediately on the opening of the next one. We're going long at 2314.25. Another long, 2314.25. Next, check the ATR. 14 points. So when we go long, I mean short, yeah, long. Oh, it should be done automatically. The stop loss is 20,300. Did we go down to 20,300? No, we came close, but we didn't. Then did we go up to 328? There it is. Take profit. Very good. 14 points. Next day. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 18 clicks. Next time it'll be faster. What about on the 5-minute? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, we can see. Where did I say I was stopping? Did I put that rule? 12 o'clock. I'm not taking a trade after 12. We don't close on the 5-minute chart. We don't close below. Let's just make sure we're on the right day. 25th, 25th. Don't close below. Don't close above. Boom, 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 boom. 10:25. At 10:25, we close above. 10:20, 22. That's the 10:25 candle. Let me move it over so you can see it. 10:25. Where are we? 10:25. That means at 10:26 we're going long on the open. That is 24.31. 24.31. 24.31 long. We got to get the ATR. Make it 15 points. Good enough. get the stop loss and the take profit. The stop loss is 416 and 446. So go to the 1026 candle. We're long. Do we fall to 2416? Oh, 2416.50 is the low. We do not. We're still alive. Does it go up to 2446? Yes, 456. Okay, take profit. Next day. What did we say? 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15 maybe. Okay, next one. 1 minute. And this one was what? This one was 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, let's see, 9 and 18. Okay, we broke at 950. Candle close. Where's the 950? We're getting short at the open. 23.99.50. What's the ATR for our dynamic take profit? Because it sounds fancy. 13 points. Wow, volatility was low in March, eh? 13 points. Let's get our take profit and our stop loss levels. I just want to change the color of something so it's easier to track. Okay, so stop loss was 412. Did we go up to 412? Well, we went long over here. What's the high of this candle? 407. We did not. And did we go down to 386? Well, we went down to much lower than that. Take profit. So, next day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. Move it over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. We closed above at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we're going long on the open at 10:01. Open 20,076. See, it's going faster. 20,076. ATR. 20 points. So we're long at 20,076 at 10:01. Right there. Do we go up to 20,096? 76, 86, 96. We do. We hit take profit immediately. And assume we went down right away. Did we go down to 20,056? No, we did not. The only time we hit 56 was down here, so we hit take profit first. That's another winner day. Wow, interesting. So now we have 9 winners in a row. That's interesting. So much for finding the a system that's falling apart. 28. Next day, move this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom, boom. Actually, let me move this out to right there. The data box, that's good. Have you looked at the previous day's value area pass-through strategy? Never even heard of it. Seen a guy, the value area high, value area low. Seen a guy says it has an 8% win rate. 5-minute candle close in previous day's value area. Close back inside it? Like, what do you mean? Exactly. Because I have heard of that. And oh, I have a book on that actually. Yeah, no, you're saying yes, and I'm not sure what you said yes to, and I'm curious. So what you're talking about is we get a close on the 5 minute candle outside the previous day's value area. Let's say, for example, it closes outside above the previous day's high, closes 5 minute candle. Then we get a close back inside the value area, so underneath the previous day's value area high. We enter short and we target the previous day's value area low. Does that sound right? Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm going to get back to you on that. There is a book that I bought. It's a very small book, soft cover. How I Made $1 million Trading Futures. It was by a floor trader. I think I bought the book in the 1990s. I don't know if you know, I used to be a floor trader also, but in Montreal. Nowhere exciting. I bought that book, and it came with a pamphlet, tiny little pamphlet on the, because the book is about psychology. Who knew? The book was all about psychology. But in the pamphlet was a winning system that he used. And it was on volume profile and the value area high and the value area low. And it was something about this, about retry. I have to find it. Boy, when you see this pamphlet, you're going to laugh because I think really it fits in the palm of my hand. You're turning, it's like a tiny little Bible book or something, you know. Anyway, it's funny, but it's exactly that. And that's interesting. It's good you brought that up. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Omnius, you have a code for Bulenox. I never really checked on your stream. I don't remember. Oh, you got a couple of yeses there. I don't even 1257. Okay, no, that's an old yes. I'm gonna buy a couple of this week. I want to try something out with some Bulenox accounts, and they're 91% off. So if your code is updated at 91% off, I'll use your code and I'll get myself a couple of Bulenox accounts. I mean, I can go check also. I don't have to Omnius. Okay, perfect. I'll do that. I'll do that on Sunday. It's not going to make you rich. I'm only going to probably get 4. I'm thinking. I already have. I have quite a bit, but I do want to get my 11 accounts up there with Bulenox, so I'm going to get another 4. Maybe I should get more because I want to trade them aggressively. What size do you trade? Where am I looking over there for? I'm looking there because the chat's there. The camera's here. What size do you trade normally? All these questions I could get the answer to by checking your checking your live stream more carefully, but you're here now. So I can ask questions. Let me get back to my back testing. We're back testing. The next day we're back testing is the 28th. Are we on the 28th? Yes, we are. Are we on the 28th over here? Yeah, tell me about the size that you use. I'm curious. Are you a 1 lot, 2 lot mini guy or a, and you may have told me again, I ask questions and I forget the answers. I do that with my kids also. I have to always say that. So if you're rolling your eyes and saying this is the third time I'm fucking answering this question to you, I already know I ask the same questions over and over. Okay, which one can close it outside? The low is 839.50. The close is 838.50. The 10:05 candle closes below on the last day of the week. Let's find the 10:05 candle. It's right there. That closes below. We can clearly see it. We're getting in on the open, 19,840. We're going short. $19,840. What is the 3 to 10 micro copy trade MNQ? Okay. So you're not a YOLOer or trying to get it all done in one trade. Yeah, that's about the size I'm gonna. I think actually the strategy that I want to use is I want to do 10 micros and just trade 10 micros and see how I do. Think of it as a one lot, of 1 micro, because I do very well when I do 1 micro. So I want to port that to 10 micros. Maybe not. Now that I'm thinking through it, because my stop loss is about 200. That would be the entire account. So maybe 5 micros. Thing is, I want to try and pass in 2 or 3 days. And I can usually get to $100 per micro. So if I do 5 micros, I can get to 500. And then that's 6 days. I want to do it quicker. Maybe I should do a compromise. Maybe I should do 7 micros. That would be 1,400. Let's say at $200 per micro stop loss. $1,400. So it gives me 2 shots. Well, yeah, 20. It gives me 2 shots. The next day I'll have 1,100. A little bit less. Okay, so I'm going to try that. I tried to YOLO. Oh my God. Yeah, all the time. All the time. I don't know how people do it. The trading gods just the trading gods just tear me apart. Okay, so what are we? We're short at 19,840. Right there. I don't even think I have to check the stop loss. I know it didn't get hit. What is the 10.05, right? 10.05. What is the ATR at 10.05? It is 21.76. Let's make it 21 points. Again, I always want to be there on the side of caution. So we're going to make it 21 points since it's a winner. Copy. Boom, 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 boom. Paste. Wow, that is a lot of winners in a row. Started off bad with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 losers out of 6 trades, but now we just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 consecutive winners. At the end of 3 weeks, we are up 68 points, 61 points. Doing it with an ATR and their way, using the opposite side. They're up 129 points for the first 3 weeks. Let's do one more week, and then I'm going to call it quits. Copy, paste. Let's see what that week is. Bring in this thing over here. Let's hop forward by 1 week on the end date and 1 week on the start date. So the 5th goes to the 12th, and the 29th goes to the 5th. Load, press play, load, press play, make sure it's going. I have the data. Yes, it is. We move this out of the way, and we go back all the way to what? Why is it saying 3:30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It shouldn't. Start day should be the 5th. Just to see again here, play. See, start day the 5th. 5th. Oh, stupid me. Start day the 5th. That's the end date. The end date. Because I want back data. I don't want forward data. I want everything before that. And it loads 6 days back from the start date. So I am looking exactly. Since we ended on the 27th or the 28th, 29, 30, the 31st should be the first day. Should be the Monday. There we go. There's the 31st. And let's get the 31st up on the 5-minute. First candle. Inside, all the way inside. The first candle that closes outside is at 11:25. That qualifies. While we're here, let's get the ATR. The ATR at 11:25 is it would be so easy if the ATR was bars instead of a line. You know what? I'm going to take a second and see if I can change it. Properties. Maybe there's a way. Maybe I've been an idiot all this time. Solid, dash dot, line, bar. Oh my God, please tell me it's not that easy. Holy shit. Okay, I feel stupid. I've always wanted. I even used to give Ninja shit that they didn't create it as bars, or not the ability to give it. Look how easy it was. Another brain fart. There we go. What do we say? 11:25. Yes, and now it's much easier to get up there because I could be anywhere. I don't have to be right on the line. I could see. I know which one it is. It's this one. 30 points. 11:25. There is 11:25. We are. Oh boy. You see? Kind of don't see that, or do you see that? Yeah, you do see that. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. What did I say? 30 points. Yeah, 30 points. Okay. 30 points. Let's get that logged in before I forget. 30 points. We're going long. On the open on the 11:26 bar. Because we need the 25 bar to close. Open. 19,216.75. 19,216.75. 28. Let's change the date to the 31st. Let's get our levels and see if we got stopped out. So stop out 216. The stop loss is 186. We clearly got stopped out, but let's assume we traded higher right off the bat, which kind of looks like we did. Did we go to 246? No, we only got as high as 233. So this is a stop out for us. Minus 30 or minus the ATR. But their way requires a close on the opposite side, which is all the way down at 19,000. So they're risking 216 points, but doesn't matter because we said the target was 246, and we can clearly see over here, high 248. They hit target. So we will color it blue. That's how we track where we lose, but they win. Let me put it in. What? Undo. Okay. Well, his claim could be correct. So far, from all the days I've tracking, they have one loser. I only have one loss their way. So interesting. Okay, move on. 31st. Let's go to April 1st. April Fool's Day. There we go. April Fool's Day. There we go. We can see that we closed outside the 15-minute ORB at 950, and the ATR is 24 points. Let's put in the 24 points. We close to the upside, like I said, at 950. That's the 951 candle. We are entering long at 951. On the open, 19,442.75. 19,442.75 long. We need our targets for take profit and stop loss. Paste. So this is where the candle opens. Do we trade down to 418 on this candle? No, we trade down to 426. Do we trade up to 466 ever? No. The high of this entire move is only 462. So we never hit our take profit, no matter which way. So do we hit 418? We can easily see we do. We are stopped out for 24 points. Now, how do they do? Because they don't get out. So do they get a close? Oh, they do get a close on the other side. I just needed to look at the 5-minute. They get a close on the 5-minute at 10:15. They have another loser at 10:15. So on the open is when they'll get out. What's the open of the 10:16 candle? 19,299.75. Where do I put that in? Over here. 19,299.75. It was a long. $143 points. Oh, it's true. I forgot. They take a second trade. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, you see, one day will just wipe them out clean. That's the other bad thing about the way they do it, now that I think about it. Imagine they have two losers in a row. That's going to be 300 points. If we're only taking one trade. So, we're risking like 20 points a day. So we're slowly growing, and then we have a blip where they're 90% accurate, and then they can just absolutely get totally smashed. But let's go on. Minus 143. We will check it. 10:15, 10:16. They go short there. How many points is it? It's 24 points. Ooh, that looks like it stops them up. High, 24.75. Because you're getting in on the open, right, at 10:16. That is what I said. We got to track this one carefully. Because this is a big... Oh, no, 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 no. Their stop is the other side. Their stop is not 24 points. So we're only looking to see if they made 24 points. 10:16. There we go. Did they get down from here down to 24 points? 300. That's 30 points. So they definitely got it. This is like 40 points. Let's just confirm it again. They're getting in over there, 300. 24 points. That's 20 points. That's 30 points. They got their 24 points. Okay, so minus 43 plus 24. That was their day. Plus, Antonio, deal me in. Plus, I want to see someone tie. I only saw one tie so far. And what does it pay? I think it pays 25x, 25 times your bet. 67.43. Yeah, so it pays I don't know, 3,000 some odd chips or something like that. Pretty much what you have. Just multiply. You're betting 106. You're betting 140 every time. No, 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 no. You're betting 140. See, Antonio is feeling lucky and will draw against the dealer for 140 chips. But you won. Antonio draws high. Antonio wins 1.68. You won 28 chips extra. So that's 1.2 to 1. This game has edge, actually, if the random number generator is fair at 50-50. So you won 1.2. Plus, if you tie the dealer, it pays 25 to 1, I think. I don't have the rules up right now. So, yeah, the game has edge. Okay, they lost 119 points. We lost 24. Let's move on to April 2nd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There we go. Looks like a winning day, but hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. $9.50. Oh, and then we go down. And then we go up. This looks like we lost, but they didn't. It's us against them. That's so funny. 9:51. Open. Hold on. Got a message. Taking a break. Got a message. My wife telling me drink water. There's a new cookie she wants to show me. An ice cream sandwich dropped. Oh my God. Wow. Like, that's almost embarrassing. Not sure what you mean about trades that went left or trades you could have done. Backtesting historically. So for me, that's testing left trades. These are not forward testing. Would start tomorrow. Well, not really, because I've been watching it now for think I don't know 7 or 10 days, and it was doing really well. No, I'm tracking all the trades, everything, them against us, whether or not their take profit is the same. The way I understood it, it's the ATR, the 86 period ATR on the 5-minute chart. The only difference is I'm also using that as a dynamic stop loss for my way. And their way, the stop loss is all the way a 5-minute candle close on the opposite side of the 15-minute ORB. That's way too large for me. That's out of my comfort zone. Because if you have 2 losses, you're losing 400 points in a day. I'm only taking 1 trade, so my risk is like 20 points. That's much more palatable. It's a system that someone would be more likely to trade than the way they have it. I don't know. I find it very hard to stay in a system when you're going to risk 200 points and then reverse and risk another 200 points. NQ likes to seek and destroy. And you may get yourself in a week that it does that. And that'll completely destroy your year's performance. So it's kind of, for me, I'm not saying it's not martingale, but I think it has a similar effect where it can destroy a shit ton of results when things are going to go really bad. And things always go really bad at some point in time. At some point in time, your system just performs the worst it could potentially do. That was May 1st. Let's get to May 2nd. May 2nd, we're 950, 951. Where's the 951 candle? The open, we're going long at 19,567.25. 19,567.25. Let's check the ATR on that candle. 24 points. Copy, paste. Which copy are you using? Antonio, if you told me which. Topstep accounts. The Topstep copier is very reliable in my experience. Does it mean you're going to have the same experience? I don't know. The Topstep account copier is very, very stable for me. Apex is not. Apex screws up for me, I don't know, 20, 30% of the time. And my son is using the topstep copier also, and he has no problems with it whatsoever. But if what you're saying is trading one or two and then trading five, if you can't take the emotional stress of trading five, you're much better off, in my opinion, or let me rephrase that because I'm not a financial advisor. Now I got to throw in a disclaimer because I use the word you. You should not be listening to me whatsoever. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Please consult a licensed professional. Trade on demo only. 95% of traders lose money. That means that you'll most likely lose money. Do not listen to me. I am not a licensed professional. With that being said, and I'll use the word I. If I find that five accounts are putting too much emotional stress on me, I would drop it down to fewer accounts and create groups. And I will tell you something, a very interesting story, taking a break here, that work that I, entertainment only, did with ChatGPT. I put my results. Oh, um, I don't know. I never got partial fills. That's the thing with Topstep X. I never get partial fills. In Apex, I always get partial fills. Topstep X, for some reason, bam, when it fills me full contracts all the time on all accounts. I I really can't recall ever getting partial fills. But I do want to continue my story because it's an interesting story with ChatGPT. I put my results into ChatGPT and asked it what was the optimal way to trade it, and it came up. And there's edge in there. There's positive expectancy on each trade. It's small though. I think it's I don't know. I have to pull up my spreadsheet. Over 3,000 trades. Let me pull up the spreadsheet. You know, it's going to take too long. I don't remember. Anyways, it's got positive expectancy. It's got edge. ChatGPT just quickly came up with the optimal way to trade this system out of 20 Apex accounts is to group them into three. Account number 1, 2, 3. That's one group. 4, 5, 6. Group number 2. So I will have 6 groups of 3 and one group of 2. And what ChatGPT said, trade 10 micros or a one lot. As long as I'm winning, stay in that group. So if you win, trade account number 1, 2, 3. Leader is 1, 2, and 3 are the follower. Continue, continue. Once you have a loser, you leave that group, you go down to your next group. Trade it as long as you have winners. If you lose right away, change the group. Never go back to any group in the day. So no group will have more than one loss in the day. And you have 7 groups to trade. And that was ChatGPT's optimal way. And it took 40 minutes to calculate the results. I actually asked it if I would have done this manually, how long would it have taken? And it said approximately 40 hours if you're very good with, what was it? It was 2 things. One was Excel. Oh, and the not just the regular formulas, but there's other formulas that are more complicated in Excel. So it said if I was good with all those formulas, it would have taken me 40 hours to calculate um, the optimal way to trade it. So with that being said, making it smaller groups and giving yourself multiple groups was better if you have edge, which makes sense because if you know gambling theory, if you go in a casino, since you don't have edge, your best bet really is, I'm not talking poker, I'm talking games like red or black and roulette or something like that. Your best bet is mathematically proven to be your full stack on red or on black on a single zero roulette wheel. Win or lose, you leave. That's it. No second bet. Because the more you bet, the more the negative edge grinds into you. Opposite, if you're trading in the markets and you have positive edge, you want to give the law of large numbers. I want to give the law, not you. I want to give the law of large numbers chance to work out. So you want to break it up into groups, and you want to be able to access multiple trades. I hope that long explanation makes sense. If not, please consult ChatGPT. Put in your results, put them in a spreadsheet, send it out to ChatGPT. It'll break it down for you, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. and give you something to work with, I would think. Okay. My reason behind is that making 3K for a prop firm, might as well, like my 3 live accounts with 2 combines, to pass those 2 evals. Um, what I what I would do, I would probably combine with an eval, and that's 4, and then the 5th account. Oh, wait a minute, not combine, XFA. It's XFAs and combines. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. So I would combine a combine with an XFA as one group, a combine with an XFA as another group, and then the final, if it's a third XFA, I would trade that third XFA. Entertainment only. I'm not a licensed professional. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Please consult a licensed professional. Can I do my last day? Let's do these. I didn't make any suggestions. You misunderstood me completely. I've only told you what I would do. Oh, Lord. You know what? I have no idea why I'm doing all this, but I am making a joke, sort of. I'm being facetious, but I don't know if you know Ross Cameron from Warrior Trading. You know, guy that makes $3 million a day in selling courses and commissions. I mean, I have no idea what he makes, but it just means he makes a lot of money. Uh, he posts his disclaimer and says his disclaimer like every 15 minutes. And as far as I understand, he had a little run in with the SEC. So there obviously must be a reason why they have to say the disclaimer so often. And I'm thinking the reason is that the lawyers, if ever you have trouble, is they say that wonderful, you said it when you started your stream. But people are joining in 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, an hour later. They didn't see it. So I'm guessing that's why you have to keep slapping it in at a certain interval. Do people get sued? I think if people lose a lot of money following, if you're telling them, see, he was making claims, very aggressive claims of profitability as far as allegedly. He was allegedly making very aggressive claims of, notice how he snuck in the allegedly there, eh? Of high profitability, and he had to allegedly tone those down. Allegedly. Okay, I got in my allegedlys. 31st, the one, first, the second. We're working on the second. Yeah. So that's another thing that should be in a disclaimer. I think it's in mine. Yeah, it is in mine. We make no claims of profitability. So no one can say, hey, you said you were profitable. I have no claims of profitability. All I do is lose money. If I take a trade, it's going to lose. There you go. Nobody should listen to me. And it's correct anyways. You got to be trading your own system. I got to be trading your own system. A trader should be trading his own system. It's not wise to follow somebody else. You can't make it your own. You don't know. You don't have confidence in it. You're holding your breath every time. Person has to come up with their own ideas. Even if you're stealing. Right now, I'm kind of piggybacking off someone's idea, but I'm making it my own. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm making it my own. I've added in an ATR. I've made it more suiting my style. But I'm also tracking what I believe to be the style that they mentioned, and I'm comparing the two results. And even if their results are better, if trading their system requires me to sit through a 400-point loss potential in a day, I'm not comfortable doing that. So if my results are close enough, I'll trade it my way. Okay, 24-point ATR with a long on the second at 956. The stop is 19,590. No, is it 56? It's 51. Okay, so 49.50, 51. We're going in long right here. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I can't focus anymore. That's it. We'll finish this week up. I have 3 more days. 567. The stop is 543. The target is 591. Did we go to 591 over here? No, we got as high as 580. So we're long at 951. Did we go down to 543? We did. We are stopped out. Or my way is stopped out. So, but they're not. Because they require it to go in the opposite, under the opposite price. See? I'm tired already. Yeah, that's it. Definitely for me. They require a close on 5-minute candle below the ORB, the 15-minute ORB, if they're going long. So their target was 19,543, and we can ease. No, that's a stop loss. That was my stop loss. Ooh, that's a lot of mistakes. Boom, 19,543, right there. I'm stopped out, but they're hanging on for 19,591, and they hit it. Perfect. They got it. They got it. I didn't. So let me mark in that result for them. Copy. Paste. Hold on. I just got to see something here. Perfect. Okay. Next day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Anybody new joining in? We're testing. We're back testing a 15-minute ORB. A little bit of a variation or twist to the system. We're using the ATR as our stop loss and take profit. It's a variation of a system I saw from, hold on, I put a link up in the chat if you want to check on the guy that whose video it was. It's Mike Trades Daily. I'm not saying he originated it, but that's where I saw it from, so I'll give him credit. By the way, this Indian description is valid or expired. No, it shouldn't be anymore. The one for this video? Let me check that out. I used to because I didn't know you can set one up that didn't expire, and then I figured it out. VBGC. Oh, I can't test it on this computer. Anyways, I'll have to test it. But if it ends in KBC, it should be good. Now you made me so curious. I want to know. It's the old ones that were expiring in older videos. But now I have one that's permanent. Futures floor. Content. Look at the guy. He's telling me, my bad, I don't mean to distract you. And now he gives me the Discord link. Live. Click on my live. Hold on. And where's that link? Let's see what happens. See if Discord opens. And where's that link? Let's see what happens. See if Discord opens. And where's that link? Oh, it's true. Description. More. Discord. And where's the see? Oh, it's true. Description. More. Discord. Get an echo. You're probably getting an echo. Invite invalid. You are right. Get an echo. You're probably getting an echo. Invite invalid. You are right. Wow, that's a real bugger because I generated one with no expiration. You are right. Wow, that's a real bugger because I. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and figure it out because let me just show you, just for the record, show you that I'm not. Invite people. And where is it? get it up there? Does this move up? No. So there you go. You can see server invite link settings, expire after, never, maximum number of uses, no limit, generate new link, and that's what I did. So it's supposed to have no maximum of uses and never expire. So it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, no problem. I'm just bugging you. I'm never serious. I'm never serious. Hey, I asked you last time. Hold on, what just closed? I asked you last time. I was curious. Yeah, everything's closed now. I don't see what I need to see. Hold on. Don't run away yet. That's a real problem, though. If you're going to put doesn't expire and maximum unlimited number of uses, and it's like it's only been about a week. It's like it expired again in 7 days. There we go. Now I can see. Antonio, how did you make your name italicized? Your user ID. There's no option to italicize. Was it maybe just using special characters? ASCII characters? Just out of curiosity? Are there italicized A's with the ASCII characters? That's how you did it? Oh, no kidding. You're the only person I ever saw that had that. I like it. Look up cool font text on Google and copy the words and paste it in your name. Copy the words. Okay, well, if you see my print screen, because I want to remember, if you see futures floor in italicized, you know I copied it. I copied the idea. Literally just cool font that should generate different text. Okay, well, all I need is the italicized. It's italicized, basically. Let me do Paint Shop Pro. Anyways, I'll figure it out. Okay. I said we would go faster, and we did 1 day in the last hour. 3312, we're doing the third. Is this the third? Yes, it's the third. Where do we break below? 1010, 1015. Let's look on the 1 minute chart. It's much easier to see. 1010. Let's see the 1010 candle. Oh, so close. Let's make it larger. It definitely looks like it closed below. Let's find what the low is. The low is 910.75, and at 1010 we close at 910.75, 909.50. We close lower, so we're getting in short on the open. The open is 909.50 short. 18, 909.50. You know what another thing is? You notice the patterns between whether or not the high end, the high of the ORB or the long, the high of the ORB or the ORB low, opening range break low, yeah, is hit. Seems to run in little groupings. Like when you're breaking the high, I wonder what the probability is that the next day you'll also break the high. I wonder if anybody's ever tracked that. That's really interesting. ATR. Trying to get it. Wow, look at that. Holy 42 points at 1010. 42 points. This was a volatile day. Okay. 42. Let's get the stop loss and take profit. Copy, paste. The stop loss, we're selling at 909 and it's 951. All the way up there, 951. So we'll watch it, but our target is 867. 867. That is 869.75. We didn't hit target. And what did I say? 951. 951 is up there. We didn't get stopped out yet. And we took profit. So both of us got 42 points on that one. Our way and their way. Last day of the week. The 4th. April 4th. I'm actually enjoying myself. I should continue, but I'm going to go spend some time with the wife. April 4th, last day of the week. And then I'll give you a summary of the results, our way, their way, both ways. And we'll see where we stand. And then next week I'll continue. And we'll follow it live. Maybe I'll even create I'll create a section, a channel in the Discord that no one can connect to. So it'll be just for me. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll chat GPT it. Why are my links always expiring, even though it says never expire and unlimited uses? ChatGPT will solve it. We are breaking the low of the ORB at 10:15. 10:15, we closed below it. We're getting in on the open at 10:16. We're shorting at 18,000 exactly. See how we shorted yesterday? Now we're shorting again. I swear to God, I bet there's a correlation to that. I'm gonna have to check that out. So where we break over there, the ATR is a crazy. Can't even. I gotta bring it up to see. 60 points. Wow. What is the range of the ORB that they are risking? 18,250 approximately to 250 points. Could you imagine if it doesn't go in your favor and it rotates to the other direction? Anyways, we only need to imagine. 10:15, always ChatGPT. Yeah. Okay. We are aware. I don't feel like working anymore. I'm like the kid in the library that's punished. And I just finished saying I was having a good time. My brain's not firing on all cylinders though. The dog barked. I'm distracted. Okay, 10:16. I was having a good time. I didn't want to continue. I don't know what just happened. It just changed so quickly. now I don't even want to do the last day. I gotta do the ending too. Okay, 10:16. The 4th. It's the 4th. The open, 18,000. Don't want to make mistakes. That's the thing. You have to be thorough. 60 points. Let me get, I mean, the math is easy, 940, but let me just put it in anyway. 17,940 and 1860. So we're shorting over here. Do we go down to 17,940? Mother of God, we don't. We go down to 43.50. We miss it by 3 points. You see, that's another thing. Maybe do you move your stop to break even because you miss it by 3 points? Are you really going to allow it to go now 200 points against you after you're plus? I don't know what they do. There you go. You hit take profit. So they hit take profit. That we know for sure. Why is this saying 0? It's supposed to say 24. Copy. Paste. I got the 42. Now, we know they got the 60 points because it is 17,940, and they hit the 7,940. So let's give them their 60 points. But what did we get stopped out? We got stopped out 18,060. Boom, 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 boom. We got stopped out 18,060. Or my way. Let's not say we. My way got stopped out. they didn't. Their way didn't. Okay, copy, paste. Let's see. They are up 166 points with one loser of 170 and one loser of 119. Copy, paste. Oops, what is that? Cut, not copy, paste. Paste. Let me bring in the result. Hold on, I'll bring it in. I'll bring it in. You guys can see it. Let me just do this. They are outperforming me. People don't like seeing. I think. Hold on. Always ChatGPT. I think that's where the emotion plugs into play. People don't like seeing in red numbers, but higher stop losses to gain seems logical. Yeah. Well, it's not. This is not statistically valid. Let me see what you can see over here. I don't know if you can see it all. No, you can't. I got to make it smaller. Let's make it 75%. And open up this one and move it over. And we still got to open up this one a little more. Reference. Why is my reference not working? Copy. Paste. There we go. 166 points. I made a mistake. So let me see if you can see it. Yes, you can see it all. This is our column. This is all you need to understand. The column that I'm highlighting with my mouse up and down. After 4 weeks, is it 4 weeks? We did 1 week, 2 week, 3 week. After 4 weeks, we're losing 35 points. And we have about an equal ratio. I didn't do the count. You know what? We're here. Let's do it all. Let's go outside. Equal. Count. Let's count the number of winners and losers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Control copy, Control V. 9 winners, 9 losers, 12 winners. So we're greater than 50%. And then we'll do the other side. Plus, divided by this plus this. 12 divided by 21 gives us 57. We're 57% accurate. That's strange. You know why? Because I guess we're losing on the higher volatility days and we're winning on the lower volatility days. Oh, wait a minute. This is a wrong number. It's a 0. Shouldn't be there. That's a break in the weeks. That's a break of the weeks. Break of the weeks. I'm in the mood for Mexican food today. 55% accurate. Okay, so what's the average winner and the average loser? Equals average is average, I think. I think it's the full word. We're going to double confirm after. Average, Control copy, Control V. Our average winner is only 21, even though we're using ATR. And let's just confirm, but our average loser was 30. And let's just confirm that. And then we're going to do all the same thing on the other side. Equals sum. Let's see what our gross loss was. And we can confirm all the numbers are mathematically correct. Control copy, Control V. Bold, center, and then it's just going to be one copy. So that's our gross loss, our gross win. Plus, does it match minus 35? It does. It matches the minus 35 right there. Minus 35. So we know the numbers are correct. This is called double checking your work. And then the average plus 274 divided by 9. Before I used count, now I'm using math. And it is the same thing. Bold, center, Control copy, Control V. This will be 21.73. And there you go. Oops. There we go. So now let's port this over to the other side. Copy. Paste. Make it bigger. They're 90% accurate. 20 trades. We did 20 trades, 11 and 9. They did 20 trades, 18 and 2, 90% accurate. Their average loser is 144 points. Their average winner is 25 points. Can you see that? No, you can't. You didn't tell me. Okay, let me, don't worry. Don't worry, we'll get it up there for you. There you go. Okay, so these numbers here that I will put in a block are mine, and this section here is theirs. So this is the summary. Sorry, I thought it was showing on the screen. So to repeat just very quickly, 9 losers. Let me get as much there. 9 losers, 11 winners, 55% accurate. This is using the ATR as the stop loss and the take profit. It just so happened, I guess, that the days we lost the ATR, the volatility was greater because on average our loser was 30, but our winners was only 21. So overall, minus 35 points for the month. Their way, stopping out when the 5-minute candle closes on the opposite side of the 15-minute opening range and re-entering and again going for the ATR as a profit target. Using that system, there were 18 winners, only 2 losers. On average, 25 points winners. On average, your loser is 144 points. But for the 4 weeks, they are up 166 points, as opposed to my way being down 35 points. So yes, they are exposing themselves to a lot of risk, but they've made 166 points. Now, you can only trade this. Let's use the logic here. Let's say you're using a 50K account and you're saying you have 2 losses in a day because you got to enter twice. You got a minimum, allow yourself 2 losses in a day. Your average loss, let's go with the average loser, is 144 points. So you got to risk 300 NQ points or MNQ points. That's $600. So let's say you can take, you go nuts and you go for a 3 lot. You're willing to go up to a 3 lot, even a 4 lot. Yeah, go for a 4 lot. 5 lot. Let me see if you push it. If you push it, a 5 lot, and you lose 400 points in a day, no, that's $4,000. That's $800 per point. Yeah, 800. That's $800 per micro. The most you can lose is $500 per micro. So if you're risking 400 points, remember that's double stop out. 400 points, that's $800 per micro. 8, 16, 24. The most you can do is 3 lot, a 3 lot. Okay. So this is 166 points after a month of trading. You're up 166 points, which is plus 166 times $2 is 332. That's it, 332. And you can do it by a 3 lot. So you're up $900. You're not even at target. A month has passed. You're trading extremely risky. And you got to think ahead. What happens when you get to your PA account, right? So you're trading extremely risky and a month has passed. And then are you going to transport this to a PA account? And you can't if you're using Apex because Apex has the 30% drawdown rule. You can't risk more than 30% of your safety reserve threshold. And once you get there, your total profit. So you almost would have to trade a 1 lot if you're trading this with Apex to not get in trouble. on a 50K account because you can't risk more than 700. You can potentially lose 800. So yeah, with Apex, the most you can do is a one lot. So at the end of 1 month, you're up $322 so far. $332. And if your target is 3,000, that means you need 9 months to get the target. I mean, great if you're a hedge fund. You're pretty much doubling your equity. That's phenomenal, but very risky. Anyways, once you break down the numbers and turn them upside down and look at them up inside out, that's why I definitely don't like this. I was really hoping my way would show something positive, but you know what? I really don't like the winners and the losers are clumped. It's kind of crazy, but I don't have enough data. Even 100 for me is basically not statistically significant. So I'm gonna have to do more testing, but it doesn't look crazy promising. I'm gonna look into that VAH. Actually, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna try and find my book and look into that VA. Well, not the VAH, the previous day PDVA, previous day value areas. Gonna look into that. Okay, guys, that was a fun backtesting session. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. I got a little distracted. I don't know why. Tried not to. Again, I'm looking at the chat. You're on like a 7-second delay, anyways. By the time you see my joke, you're not gonna get it. Okay, that was fun. I'll be back next week on Saturday sometime backtesting. Who knows, if I'm bored and I got nothing to do, I'll continue tomorrow. I live stream every morning at 9:15 a.m. You don't have to wait 4 hours for me to take a trade. I'm a pretty aggressive trader, and for the best discounts, use the code FLOOR. Bulenox has 91% off right now. Apex 80% off. Bulenox till the end of the month, as far as I know. You trading tomorrow at 6 p.m.? Probably not. My kid was away, and he's back now, so we're probably just gonna have a fun steak dinner, and I'll spend time with the family. Maybe I'll come on the charts at 9 o'clock or something. Maybe I'll open up. Were you there for the overnight stream? We did an overnight stream, from Thursday 11 p.m. till Friday 5 a.m. I didn't figure anybody was going to show up. I was going to play loud music, be rude to the people who showed up in the middle of the night. And in the end, Bama came in at 2 o'clock. Joker showed up. I said, what the fuck are you guys doing up at this hour? You all supposed to be sleeping. And then, Witchip? No, Witchip didn't join in. So I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I couldn't be rude and obnoxious. I turned the music off, and it was just a regular trading session. I'll try maybe again next week. It was fun. I want to be rude and obnoxious. Daddy, I want to grow up and be Patrick Wheeland. Okay, guys, enough stupid jokes. Yeah. That's when I'm at 11. I go to bed earlier than 11. I was sleeping yesterday by 8 p.m. Okay, guys, it was fun. Like I said, 9:15 a.m. stream. Use code FLOOR if you can. It's always appreciated, your support. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys. Take care.